like, man, that would be cool if we walk around just like airdropping money to people. Like, that would be fun. But like,
there's other things that you could think of. Definitely let us know in the comment section below. We love the interactions and the conversations that takes place in the comment section. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of the Jones Family Channel. It's me, Rickey Jones Jr., back again for another video. And we also have the oh so lovely
Chrystle Jones.
And we are excited to talk about the 5 things that South Africa does that the United States could take notice of and maybe even adopt. Because being here now 3 months, we've enjoyed the perks, the benefits, and the opportunities that we've had here in Johannesburg, South Africa. And just thinking back on what life used to be like, it's like, whoa. Things are done here on a whole nother level, and we are enjoying the high quality in which we are able to participate in. And so we have 5 things in a bonus, and we're going to start off with the mall. Chrystle, go ahead, take it away.
Yes, so I would say one of the great things that I love about the mall is the fact that everything is at the mall.
Facts.
Banks, the grocery stores, like they have doctors at the mall. Literally everything is in the mall, and that makes it so convenient.
Yeah, no, so very true. Like, and I enjoy it as well because it's a one-stop shop. I go there, which used to be my spot was Walmart, right? Because I can go to Walmart, feel like I can do everything there. But now I just go to the mall and I can go to the grocery store, get something to eat, and even a snack at the same time. And that just goes without saying how convenient it could be. But then as well, like when we wanted to have like a family day, we went to the movies, and at the movies, we were also able to get dinner before the movies, all at one space, one place. And so like that right there, just high level of convenience that I personally enjoy.
So one of the things that I like about everything being at the mall is really the grocery stores being there, because they have like the grocery carts. So then you can literally walk around the mall with the grocery cart and be able to carry all your bags without having to like have them in your hands. It literally just makes it so much more convenient.
Which it was a thing that when we first came here, I'm like, wait a minute, what is taking place? And obviously something new to us because we don't have shopping carts just walking around and pushing around the malls. And so funny thing at first, but then as well, Chrystle started participating. I'm like, oh snap, she becoming South African on me. But then I get it. Once you do it, it's just convenient. You don't have to walk around with the bags in your hand. You can drive the cart, push the cart, whatever you do with the cart, all the way to your vehicle and even unload from there. And even beyond that, there's also people within the parking garages, parking decks that are looking to wash your vehicle, which is something I love. That convenience goes without saying. But then I also saw at a shopping mart not too far from where we live, they're even vacuuming the cars as well. So full service of as far as like cleaning your cars that they have at the mall. So the second thing that we love that Johannesburg has to offer that we believe that the United States should take note of is the healthy food. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I had a friend of mine, we have a friend of ours that hit us up and was just talking during the Thanksgiving season about how the food is back in the States, like how even fake food has been certified or passed through the bills as far as what Americans can consume. And that's just not the case here. Like you can radically taste the difference of the foods that you eat here, of the foods that you can buy, even down to the amount of sugar that the food actually has. There's a sugar tax that's on the foods, and so even eating like certain cereals that we're accustomed to back at home, like Fruit Lips or Frosted Flakes, or even drinking a Coke, Pepsi, or a Sprite, tastes different largely because of the sugar content and other things that aren't allowed to come over here that are allowed to be given to us in the States. And so like I love that, especially with the kids growing and developing in the age that they are, getting that healthy food, because you are what you eat, right? But getting that healthy food within them is gonna let them grow properly and get the nutrients that will be helpful for them to be able to do so.
Yeah, and I would definitely say like with the sugar tax, I think it's actually good because things like Ricky said that we normally would eat, like Lucky Charms was a cereal that the kids and Ricky would eat back home. we don't really buy it here because we bought it once, not really paying attention to the price, and then we went back and looked and we're like, oh my gosh, this here is so expensive, and it's because of the sugar tax. And I would say that here in South Africa, they charge you to consume all that sugar. Like, it's gonna cost you more to be unhealthy eating all that sugar. And I think sometimes in the States, people eat a lot of unhealthy things because they're trying to save $1, versus here where eating healthier can actually be less expensive. I think that's actually awesome because it helps people to do the right thing. And so just looking at the healthier version of the foods, I think that's really great. I can't say it's across the board, but for sure when it comes to sugar, which is actually like a silent killer, like, it's great that if you want to be that unhealthy and consume that much sugar, they're letting you know through your money that you're paying a price.
And even down to the meat, right? And so a lot of people, when they come over, I've been told that they will complain about it tasting gamey, or, you know, different taste differences about the meat. But come to find out, it's because it's how the actual meat tastes. And so we're so used to the various preservatives and additives and the colorings and the various things that are pushed and pumped and injected into the meat that we believe is how it should taste. But no, like, here the meat actually tastes, the beef tastes like how beef tastes, the chicken as well, and the list goes on. And I even love that and appreciate that, because it's like, I know when there's a cut of steak on my plate, I know that this is how it should taste, right? It's as if I cut the cow in my backyard, slaughtered it, and did all the different things to put it on the plate. Like, it just gives me that peace of mind. I think having the thought of and the knowledge, the fact that, you know, there's additives and other things that are pumped into the meats back at home. Like, it just, I was already finicky about eating various things. Like, I didn't like big meat, like big chicken wings. I ain't like big breasts, big thighs. Like, I don't like those big things. If it was big, I wasn't gonna eat it. However, here, that's not even a thought, right? I don't have to consider, oh, the size of it is too large and the chicken didn't live that long. Like, no, it's not what it is. Like, what comes to your dinner plate, what is sold at the store, is genuinely how the animal, right, lived and before it was given to you. So that right there, like, it goes a long way, because a lot of people use meat, such as we use meat, a part of our diet. And so just having that, I love it, right? But even beyond the meat, we can also talk about the juices, right? I don't know if you had anything else to add with it, but even with the juices, knowing that they don't last forever, right? They have on the bottles, it says 3 to 5, which at first I was like, whoa, man, stuff going around, dying, not dying, but expiring faster than what it needs to. Like, no, but it's because of what's in the juice, what's in the product doesn't allow for it to last 2 to 3 weeks, up to a month. Like, things just shouldn't last that long, because they actually don't. Cut an apple, leave it on your counter, and see how long it'll last. And that is how you can expect the orange juice, the apple juice, and the other juices that you may purchase to actually last. So anything else pertaining to the foods?
No, not for the foods.
All right, so going to the next one, ladies and gentlemen, number 3, we have the banking. And so, my dear,
yeah, the banking is very extensive here. You can Bluetooth money to people. You can get phone cards at the bank. You can do so many things within the banking app. Like, everything that you would normally do on a daily basis, they allow you to do it through the banking app without having to exit out and go somewhere else to do it. You can set up so many direct payments. Like, I'm still learning and figuring out the banking situation. It's wild.
There are banks galore, in a sense that at each mall, as we talked about, there are banks, and not just an ATM that you're able to get money out of or put money into your account, but there's actually banks with bank tellers, and you're able to go there and get various needs supplied. And so I definitely love that about the banking systems here. People have told us that, as Chrystle even said, it's very exhaustive and extensive as far as the services that you can do. However, like, I try to stay out of that situation. Like, I know where my money is here, but then more than anything, I know how my money is invested, right? And so that's my experience with the banking.
Yeah, speaking of investing, they said you can do your investing through the bank. You can get your travel visa through the bank. You can get your state ID through the bank. You can, like, again, I just made that TikTok video and people are commenting like, oh girl, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. Like, there are so many things. You book your travel through the bank. Like, you can do your Netflix account through the bank. There are so many things where in the States we have to go to that website and then set up the automatic payment maybe that way and send it back to our bank, versus in their banking it's like built in for you to already be able to do so many different things. I went to get my lashes done and I asked the girl, oh, do you take a card? And she said no. I said, okay, well, what are we gonna do here? And she was like, oh, well, you can just open your banking app and it'll find me. And I opened my banking app and it found her and I was able to just send her the money.
So kind of like airdropping money.
Yes, it's like airdropping money.
Wow.
You can do that. You don't have to go to like Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or, you know, a lot of the other external sources that we would use. And so they were like, even when they go out to eat, that's how they like split checks. They just have their amount and they're not handing their cards to the server, having them do all of this. Like, they just airdrop it.
To a person.
To a person or to like the restaurant, I guess. Like, you don't, so I would say like in the States, when you do like a wire transfer, it's very much like you're sending it to a business. You wouldn't normally wire transfer to an individual. But here, the wire transfer, like they call it the EFT, is very like common. And the money shows up instantly. You know, in the States, some wire transfers, it can take like days for it to show up, especially depending on the amount and all of this. Like, they have instant ways to drop money and it's like no fees, and like I said, it's just extremely convenient. And I was like, man, that would be cool if we walk around just like airdropping money to people. Like, that would be fun. But like, you know, I'm always thinking about ways to give. But
I was even thinking like, how would that work? Like, I guess because they just pop up.
Yes, as soon as we open our phone, like, they don't get our banking details or anything, but when you open your phone, you'll just see people that are around and you could just send them money. So I don't know, like, it was wild to me. So their banking, it literally does, like, you can book your flights, plan your vacation, like everything, pay your electric bill, like, but without having to set stuff up. It's much less of a process than we go through in the States when we're trying to set up money to be transferred or given.
So even what I'm hearing you say is like there's a hub. Your bank is the hub that you're able to disperse your money from, as opposed to going to the place and say, oh, let me set up an account with you that I'm gonna give you my money from. And so I love that aspect, right? And so even to help the people, right? In the States, we have, to the points you made, we have Cash App, Apple Pay, all these external places to put our money and to funnel our money through, as opposed to here, the banking is said, no, you don't have to do all those other things. Just stay here with the bank and send your money to these various places and spaces, and it'll get to where it needs to go. And so that's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing, all at the same time. And yeah, I guess we'll have to explore that whole airdrop the money to people. That could be a fun video. We'll have to see. Y'all let us know in the comment section if we should do it, right? Give us 400 likes. How about that? 400 likes on this video, and we will do an episode where we go to the mall, I guess, or Nelson Mandela Square, and just open up the app and just send people rands. Putting rands in people's banks, right? That could be fun. But anyway, number 4, anything else with the banking that you want to say?
No, the only other thing I would say is it's very overwhelming as a foreigner trying to understand all that I see and all that's available, because again, in the States, we don't have all that. So it can be overwhelming, but I would say if you're an American and you're moving, or wherever you're from and you're moving to South Africa, like, try to take advantage of how easy it can be to do different things, even though it can feel overwhelming at first.
At first, there it is. And so number 4, ladies and gentlemen, is the car insurance. Okay, the car insurance is something that is available, obviously should be available around the world. However, it's available to you, and so I'll let my dear start it off, as this is one of the ones that she had.
Yeah, so I would say like it's really cool that the place where you buy your car from will find car insurance options for you. Again, with us moving from the States, we don't know a lot about car insurance options that they have in Johannesburg. And so it was just really cool that we were able to leave and it be like a one-stop shop. Our insurance is already taken care of. We have the car, all the things were set and in place when we walked off the lot with our car.
There it is. And even to that point, right, put a caveat here by saying if you're looking to make the move from anywhere to Johannesburg, find our membership tier 2, where we drop videos weekly about the process and what it took for us to make the move, and to help you to have the comfort, the knowledge, and the information to make the news, or excuse me, to make the move too. And if you have any other questions about the move and the transition and making the move, let us know and we will make sure to do a video for you. And so as it pertains to me and the car insurance sides of things, I would say that there are a lot of different car insurance options here. With that being said, if the car insurance at the dealership isn't what you want, definitely know that you can Google the various insurances that are around and they get you where you need to go. I know Discovery is a popular one out here. We're not sponsored by them. However, it did come to mind. And so number 5, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the bonus, which we always love to go above and beyond on our vlogs. However, the 5th one is the attention to the kids that they give here in South Africa, right? Specifically Johannesburg, because that's where we currently are and have information on with. Ladies and gentlemen, having our kids here, obviously they are with us, right? They're with us because we don't have anybody to leave them with. And so going out to eat and things like that used to be a challenge in the States because, you know, at best they get a coloring sheet or a little thing. I'm thinking about like Crackle Barrel, how they have that toy that kids can't play, but it is available for the kids to fondle with. However, here in Johannesburg, there are restaurants aplenty that are catered to kids and adults to be able to both function in the same roof, being that there are restaurants that have play areas, right? And I don't just mean like just go over here and play with blocks. I'm talking about a full-blown like jungle gym type scenario where they're able to climb up and slide down. Some even have like ball pits, but just like whole situation, we come across quite a few restaurants that they knew what they was doing and they had the kids in mind. Some even having a whole projector where movies were shown, right? Which we've done vlogs on, Josie Joe to be specific. But yeah, just like a whole situation, even down to having a place where they're able to like play soccer in a netted area, basketball, shooting if that's what they wanted to do, cricket, all in one space, right? That's at the Pappuccinos. But just like the attention that they have to them, I just love and appreciate because the kids are excited about going out, right? But then as well, it's for a parent. Me specifically, I can think of one space where we're able to eat and them to be entertained, not going to eat and then let's go to the other space. Like, no, we can do it all in one spot, one roof at one time.
Yes, I agree. I think it's really awesome, and I love that they have different like kind of levels of restaurants. So some of them can be very much like, oh, we're going on a date night, but again, our kids can be somewhere playing, doing what they're doing, but we can still just have that time together, just the two of us, not having somebody to be able to watch the kids for us per se.
Yeah. And
so, or really more so anything, not wanting to leave the kids with anybody. So it's like, that's really cool, just the thoughtfulness behind that. Like Ricky said, them having plenty of things that they can do to stay entertained while we're out for dinner for a couple of hours and not expecting them to just be sitting still at the table that whole time.
Right, and even at the Spur, right? I'm shouting out people and places that we've been to, that we've had these experiences, but there, they even have an attendant there. Well, all the places, there are attendants there. There are people there that are actually hired to watch the kids while you're at your table eating and do whatever it is you're doing at your table. But there, it's down to the fact of you sign your kid in with your phone number, and they have a tag. They're knowledgeable of the table that you're sitting at, and the kid can't just leave out of the restaurant without alerting others because they're tagged, and it will make a sound once they go to the front door. So I even love that, right? There's that peace of mind that our kids are somewhere safe, right? But then even beyond those safety measures, there's even a TV up that you're able to see your kids interact with other kids, because we went to one restaurant and to watch our kids interact with other kids was like, oh, no, that needs to stop. Let me go get our kids out of that space because it's just getting a little rowdy. And but with that TV there, we were able just to go get them to the table. Thankfully, the food came out not too long after that. But I just love that largely because, you know, our kids are with us, right? And with our kids with us, we just have to make sure we're doing things that also have them in mind, and the restaurants here just do it, right? Back in the States, we had the Chick-fil-A's and McDonald's, the Burger Kings that had the play place areas, but most of them are even closed down or not even up anymore. Chick-fil-A, I think, does have some, but you know, they may or may not be open. But here there are plenty, and there's even more that we haven't been to just now, but we will get to them as well. But no, I love that.
And I would say too, you named a bunch of places that are fast food places. These are actual restaurants that have an area for the kids, and I would say that's one of the big differences. Like in the States, if you come across it, it's probably something that's quick that just has like this drive-through. These are real actual dining experiences that you're able to sit down, you know, you have a plate and a fork and all of these things where you have your meal.
There it is. And if you're from Johannesburg, let us know some other restaurants, right? We named the ones that we've been to thus far and even done vlogs of them. But if you know some other ones, let us know. We'll check them out as well. And so last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we always like to go above and beyond. And so the bonus one is the fact that stores close earlier here. That may catch you by surprise initially when you hear that as a bonus, but I love that twofold, right? The first fold is for the fact of the other people. I love the fact that they're even considered for them having a life, right? For them having a family, for them having responsibilities and people to attend to. And so us being family people, being here with our family, we are mindful of other people and their family. So I believe that possibly went into the fact of why stores close earlier, like 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in some cases. And so I love it for that. But then as well, on the other side for us, it allows for us to focus on making sure we're planning ahead. We know what we want to eat, what we want to do, where we want to go. And so we even have those things in line and in mind. And then my personal preference is to have dinner done by like 7 o'clock, right? So that the kids can be in bed by 7:30. And so with things closing earlier, it forces us to make sure things are in line, and so we're able to stick to that timeline. And so, you know, I love that. I love that. I appreciate that. And out of the two reasons and the attentions that I gave it to, right, it's a bonus for me. But I don't know if you had anything you want to say towards that.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I just, basically what you said, I think it's just really considerate of the people that work in these spaces, that also have families that they want to get home to. And so I think it also encourages you to spend time with your family because you're not out at these places, so you're together.
Boom shakalaka. And so with that being said, great people, those are the 5 things that came to our mind that the US could learn from that South Africa is doing very, very well. If there's other things that you could think of, definitely let us know in the comment section below. We love the interactions and the conversations that takes place in the comment section, and we can all learn from one another's thoughts, perspectives, and ideas. And so with that being said, great people, we love you all. We appreciate you all. Thank you for rocking with us as you have thus far, and we continue to put out content that you will love. And so until next time, peace.